Hi YouTube. So I didn't do a video update yesterday. Yeah, I didn't. So this is kind of like days 3 and 4 for me. One of the reasons why I didn't do a video update was because I had like 1,000,001 tests yesterday. I had 2 tests yesterday. And I was kind of on the downturn on that, and I was trying to finish this. I'm on this page, but I've been kind of skimming through it and just sort of seeing the highlights. Because, yeah, I'm going to use this book in my, big semester essay for this class, because it has quite a few things that I've noticed are being justified. So my semester paper might be something along the lines of comparing how this book justifies abuse versus how Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson doesn't justify abuse in any way, shape, or form. And both of them kind of have this sort of societal thing going on. But one is everybody around this girl is saying you're being abused. With this one, it's like the main character is seeing it in one aspect of his life and doesn't approve of it, and then turns around and goes physically, verbally, and sexually abuses other people, which I think is hilarious because it actually, in one of his romance schemes, does actually come back to bite him in the ass, and that made me really happy. And then it was just but unfortunately, it was one of those moments where I was just kind of like, oh, great, it's a woe is me moment in this book, and I'm kind of done with this book. I really am. I'm enjoying this, rereading this, and then reading this more than I'm reading that. Twilight's better than this. Twilight's a lot better than this. You think there's abuse in Twilight? You know nothing. You know nothing. And unfortunately, because there's a lot of liberal propaganda in here, well, there it is. There's a lot of liberal propaganda in here, and I know I have a lot of people who are liberals, who probably do watch my channel, watch my videos. I'm gonna say this. There's a lot that gets justified when an author who is doing or saying something that is definitely totally not okay, but has a liberal ideology. Versus conservatism, like conservatives, libertarians, the moment you violate somebody's rights, we just look at you and go, yeah, you're a piece of scum. Get out of here. That's what we do. I mean, there are very few of us who don't. That I'm not saying they don't exist, but they're in the minority. We tend to agree with you on scumbags. We just kind of wish you would agree with us about who some of the scumbags are on your side. Like Anthony Weiner, though I think most people agree that Anthony Weiner is a bit of a scumbag. Another example of this is Lena Dunham. Even though I will say this, I applaud a few of the radicals for calling her out on this, but they didn't until we made a big stink about conservatives and libertarians. I'm a libertarian before anybody says anything. So But conservatives and libertarians made a huge stink about what she did, and that's when people started calling her out on it. So thanks, guys. Anyway, so as a nano update, that was my college update. That's my one of my college updates. I'm reading this book called A Year with Laura Diaz, and I can't remember who the author's name is. I think it was like Carlos Fuentes, I think. I'm enjoying that a lot better. Can't imagine why. Can't imagine why. Can't imagine why. For one thing, it's not written by a porn author. I mean, there's like sexual references in it, but it's one of those, it's like reading, yeah, I guess I could say it's like reading Outlander. Is there sexual themes in Outlander? Yes. Can they get explicit? Yeah. Is it still done tastefully? Yeah. Wish he'd do that, but there's really not much you can expect from a porn author. He's a porn author. But Carlos Fuentes is a very well-renowned Mexican author who, I don't know, I don't remember if the year with, if A Year with Laura Diaz, that's what we're reading, is translated into Spanish or not. Or translated from Spanish to English, or from English to Spanish, I'm not quite sure. But either way, the writing's better. It's a lot better. Good job, Carlos Fuentes, for being kind of like that person you want to read about. Like, he's the author that I don't care, like, obviously, I don't care what his views are. His writing's good, the story's good, there's a deeper message that doesn't really matter which side of the political spectrum a person is on. He will say something that I'm going to agree with. And it's for history. Go figure. The good book that I'm reading is for a history book. I'm also reading Tolkien's translation of Beowulf, but that's not an immediate thing I need to finish reading. It's getting there, but it's not immediate yet, so I'm not quite as worried about it. But these two I need to read quickly. Anyway, for my NaNoWriMo update, I have done this with the prologue and chapters 1 and chapters 2, and I've kind of written in it a little bit, just kind of like highlighting, and you can't really see it very well, but I've been highlighting stuff. I've been looking over what I've read, mostly because I started not being able to remember what I originally put down previously in another chapter, or even in the same chapter. Like, my first chapter is incredibly long. Okay, not incredibly long, but my second chapter is shorter than my first chapter. I saw that. My second chapter, part of the reason why it's as short is because I don't know why, but my first chapter, I was just in a descriptive mode, and then when I got to the second chapter, I was just kind of like, this is an exhibition chapter. My first chapter, I think, will actually blow up. If my little writing buddy, my little personal writing, he's only my writing buddy because I've kind of co-opted him. He doesn't really have that much choice in it. But, if he tells me where I need to expand, where I think I need to expand, and what I need to take out, what I think I need to take out, or revise what I think I need to revise. And he's edited some of my stuff before, and yeah, he and I, like, he catches pretty much what I will catch when I'm editing, so I look at that as actually a really good sign about my editing. Anyway, one of the things that I did was take my notes and start, like, basically taking notes. I have Elf Beast notes now. I have people written down because people and places especially, because I forgot where my main character came from. I don't have a name for her uncle's realm yet. I thought I put it in there, and apparently I didn't. That's another reason why I decided to do this. And I just wanted to have the manuscript open, and I wanted my friend to read it. My man friend. My boyfriend. My person. A friend. Yes. Anyway. But yeah, I have, like, literature. I wanted to make sure I had 3 authors that I've mentioned, but only 2 books. One's a epic love poem, and the other is a piece of fiction, like written fiction. I've also have a little thing called Important Points in Time. Right now I have 3 things down so far. There's some things that like that are obviously important to the story, but I didn't put them down because I already know them. Like those were like, you know, the beast, how the beast became what he was. That one's actually in the prologue, and another reason why I printed out the prologue. And that I have no doubt I will be expanding on. Just a little bit. But maybe, I don't know. I might like clean it up but keep it the way it is because, you know, it's a short prologue, and if a prologue, George R. Martin, extends 3 pages, I check out. Sorry, and I like Game of Thrones. I just don't like reading long prologues because they're long and boring, and they're prologues. A lot of the times they have absolutely no idea, like they don't reference anything what you're actually reading. In mine, it's different because I'm not George R. R. Martin. I'll just put it out that way. I'm not George R. R. Martin, and it is obvious. Anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely like, this is kind of what my notes look like right now. I've left like space and stuff. This is also some notes. This is a list of characters. I'll probably compile a list of characters when I actually finish the novel and, you know, go through it. And then of course there's my outline. I'm actually on chapter 3 now. And I'm also very excited. I've gone last night. I went past 10,000 words, so that was an exciting moment in my writing. And my surpassing of 10,000 words pretty much ended with chapter 2 and chapter 3. I'm almost at 14,000 words. I'm like 200 words under 14,000 words, which I kind of figured that was where chapter 2 was going to end. And chapter 3 is going to, I would definitely say, surpass the 15,000 mark, and I'll probably end up finishing chapter 2 on, or 3 on like 18,000 words. It really depends. Chapter 3 has a little bit more in it. I don't know if I'm going to switch point of views or not. I haven't decided yet. I might not. I might kind of, because the beast is a little bit of a creeper in the third chapter. I'm kind of making fun of young adult fiction for that one because somebody started that. So I'm kind of making fun of that a little bit in the third chapter because it's a funny moment. It's meant to be funny. It's satire basically. It's serious, but it's the moment is funny. And then of course, like, you know, because chapter 3 is pretty much, it's not the beast's finest hour, where I am in the Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's not the beast's finest hour. And this is kind of a reflection of the Disney version, which I love the Disney version because the beast doesn't have his finest hour at this point. And he needs that. He needs to, because I've pretty much, like, I've established in chapter 2 that he's a prick. I've established in the prologue that he's a prick. But I'm really I'm getting into it now. And, yeah. Anyway, so, my next video will be a short video about tips for writers with Microsoft Word and Google Docs, because you should all know it. And, it's something important because that's when I'm using Google Docs, so, it's something, and I used Microsoft Word last year. So there are some things that I think people who are using those programs, online or not, should know. And when they're doing NaNoWriMo, you don't have to take my word for it. But that's another video I'm going to do. Probably tonight, so I can get it all done and then go to bed. Or I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. I might do it tomorrow with my Nano update. Maybe. We'll find out. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of where I am right now on NaNoWriMo. And I'm really excited because I'm just really excited about the fact that I'm going somewhere this year. My first year was horrible. I was hoping I would actually win my first year, but most people apparently don't win their first year. I think I will be able to win this year, though. I'm quite certain, unless something big and strange comes up. I'm hoping nothing's going to come up that's big and strange, but if something does, I mean, at least I know I am like 200 words, 300 words away from surpassing what I did last year. So that will be a consolation enough. And hopefully I can actually do this. I really want to because I'm into the story. And I will be very frustrated and probably mad at anyone who causes me that much grief right now. like anyone who just does that, just kind of like, yeah, we're gonna put drama in your life. What? I'm in school and you're gonna make me mentally stressed out. Thanks. Fuck you. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of that going on, and I'm just having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, sorry for the very long update. I figured I'd do kind of a bit of a book review. I haven't finished The Buddha of Suburbia, not officially. I've read the end. I've read bits and pieces of the next part, but I'm at the halfway point of the book, and I've just checked out. Sorry. I'd rather read Twilight, and I'm not the biggest fan of Twilight, but as you can see, I actually read about 50, 60 pages of Twilight today because of this book. I just didn't want to do it. Anyway, enough of that rant. Yeah, so tune in tomorrow. I should have a video up. Sorry about the delay, and that's part of the reason why my video is so long. And have fun, NaNoWriMo writers, or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Have a good night.